No excuses. Those two words separate dreamers from doers, talkers from builders, and victims from winners. Every single life is shaped not by talent, not by luck, not by background, but by the decisions made when it hurts, when it's uncomfortable, and when excuses feel easier than effort. The world does not reward intention. The world does not care what you meant to do, what you planned to do, or what you almost did. The world only responds to action, to consistency, to discipline, and to execution. You don't rise because you want it badly enough. You rise because you refuse to quit when everything inside you is screaming for comfort. Every excuse sounds reasonable in your own head. You're tired, you're stressed, you don't have time, you don't have support, you don't have money, you don't have the right environment, you don't have the right people, you don't feel motivated today. You'll start tomorrow, you'll start next week, you'll start when things get better. But here's the truth nobody likes to hear. Things don't get better because you wait. They get better because you decide. They get better because you move. They get better because you stop negotiating with your weaknesses and start commanding your actions. The moment you allow excuses, you give away control. You hand your power to circumstances. You tell the world that your discipline depends on how you feel. And feelings are unreliable. Feelings change. Feelings lie. Feelings disappear the moment resistance shows up. Winners don't operate on feelings. Winners operate on standards. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They show up when it's boring. They work when it's lonely. They push when no one is watching. Look at your life right now. Every result you have is a reflection of your habits, not your hopes. The body you have, the money you make, the skills you possess, the respect you command, the confidence you feel, all of it comes from what you consistently do. Not what you know, not what you want, what you do. And excuses are nothing more than habits that protect comfort and kill progress. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline shows up on bad days. Discipline works through pain. Discipline does the work long after motivation disappears. If you wait to feel ready, you will be waiting forever. If you wait to feel confident, you will never begin. Confidence is built through action, not before it. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to rescue your dreams. No one is going to hand you the life you want. That responsibility belongs to you and you alone. And the moment you accept that fully, without anger, without bitterness, without blame, is the moment your life begins to change. Because ownership is power. Accountability is freedom. When you stop blaming the world, you gain control over yourself. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. Pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. The pain of discipline is far lighter than the pain of regret. Every time you choose the easy path, you are choosing a harder future. Every time you avoid discomfort, you strengthen weakness. Every time you push through resistance, you build strength. Growth requires pressure. Transformation requires sacrifice. There is no shortcut around the work. Your past does not define your ceiling, your excuses do. Where you started does not determine where you can go. Where you stop does. People with far fewer resources than you have built extraordinary lives because they refused to make excuses. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They created momentum from nothing. They used pain as fuel. They turned rejection into drive. They turned struggle into strength. Stop telling yourself you have time. Time is the most expensive currency you own, and you spend it every second, whether you are aware of it or not. Every wasted hour is a deposit into a future you don't want. Every disciplined hour is an investment into a future you deserve. You don't drift into success, you drift into mediocrity. Success requires intentional effort every single day. You say you want more, but your actions say otherwise. You say you want change, but your habits stay the same. You say you want freedom, but you keep choosing comfort. At some point, you must stop lying to yourself. Harsh honesty is the beginning of growth. If you truly wanted it, you would be doing the work. Desire without discipline is just a wish. The world doesn't owe you anything. It never promised fairness. It never promised ease. It never promised understanding. Life is demanding because it is designed to test you. The pressure you feel is shaping you into someone stronger, someone sharper, someone more capable. But only if you rise to meet it. If you run from it, pressure will crush you. Excuses feel good in the moment, but they steal your future quietly. They rob you without noise. One excuse becomes a habit, one habit becomes a lifestyle, and one day you wake up wondering how you ended up stuck, frustrated, and unfulfilled. The answer is never one big failure, it's thousands of small excuses repeated daily. You don't need perfect circumstances, you need relentless effort. You don't need approval, you need commitment. You don't need confidence, you need courage. Courage is acting in spite of fear, not in the absence of it. Fear will always be there. Doubt will always whisper. The difference is whether you listen or move anyway. Hard days are not signs to quit. They are signs you are doing something meaningful. Resistance shows up when growth is near. The path to something better always demands something from you. Sweat, time, focus, energy, sacrifice. If you are unwilling to pay that price, you will keep paying the price of staying the same. Stop waiting for life to slow down. It won't. Stop waiting for support. It may never come. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The only moment you have is now, and now is enough to start. One step, one decision, one disciplined action. Momentum begins small, but it compounds fast. You are stronger than you think, but you'll never know it if you keep choosing easy. Strength is revealed under pressure. Discipline is forged in discomfort. Character is built when no one is watching. What you do in private defines who you become in public. Every excuse you eliminate creates space for progress. Every standard you raise forces you to grow. Decide who you are going to be and then align your actions with that identity. Act like the person you want to become before you feel like it. Identity follows behavior, not the other way around. There will be days when you are exhausted. Do the work anyway. There will be days when you are discouraged. Do the work anyway. There will be days when you doubt yourself. Do the work anyway. Consistency beats intensity every time. Small actions done daily outperform massive actions done occasionally. No excuses means no negotiation with laziness. No excuses means no victim mindset. No excuses means no blaming circumstances, people, or past mistakes. No excuses means radical ownership of your life. It means waking up every day and asking yourself what you can control and then executing on it relentlessly. You don't need to be special to succeed. You need to be consistent. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be disciplined. You don't need talent. You need work ethic. Talent without discipline fades. Discipline without talent builds empires. At some point, you must decide that your future matters more than your comfort, that your goals matter more than your excuses, that your potential matters more than your fear. That decision changes everything. The pain you feel today will either become strength or regret. The choice is yours. Every single day, the choice is yours. No excuses, just action. No excuses, just discipline. No excuses, just progress. And when you look back one day at the life you built, you won't remember the excuses you almost made. You'll remember the moments you pushed through when quitting felt easier, when doubt was loud and you moved anyway. That is where pride comes from. That is where confidence is born. That is where transformation lives. No excuses. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. You don't get to choose whether life challenges you. That part is guaranteed. What you do get to choose is whether you rise or retreat, whether you adapt or complain, whether you grow or stay small. Every obstacle placed in front of you is asking one question: are you serious or are you just talking? The world listens to effort, not words. It listens to sweat, to persistence, to repetition, to resilience. It ignores excuses completely. Understand this clearly. Excuses are addictive. The more you use them, the weaker you become. Each excuse trains your mind to escape responsibility. Each excuse makes the next one easier. And soon, without realizing it, you become someone who explains instead of executes, someone who justifies instead of improves, someone who waits instead of works. That is a dangerous place to live because potential dies quietly there. Discomfort is the price of admission for a better life. There is no version of success that does not demand sacrifice. You will sacrifice sleep. You will sacrifice comfort. You will sacrifice instant pleasure. You will sacrifice the approval of people who don't understand your path. but what you gain in return is strength, self-respect, confidence, and a future that most people will never experience because they quit too soon. Stop asking why it's so hard. It's hard because it's changing you. Stop asking why it takes so long. It takes long because real growth is deep. Anything that comes fast leaves fast. Anything built without effort collapses under pressure. The struggle you are in right now is not wasted. It is preparing you for the weight of what you are asking for. You don't need to feel inspired to be disciplined. You don't need to feel confident to take action. You don't need to feel ready to begin. Readiness is earned by starting. Strength is built by resistance. Confidence is created by keeping promises to yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when it's hard, you become someone you can trust. And self-trust is everything. Look at the people who are ahead of you. They are not better than you. They are not luckier than you. They are not immune to fear or doubt. The difference is simple and brutal. They kept going when others made excuses. They worked when others rested. They stayed disciplined when others got distracted. They paid the price early so they wouldn't have to pay it forever. Your environment will test you. People will doubt you. Some will mock you. Some will question your ambition. Some will feel threatened by your growth. Let them talk. Noise has never built anything. Focus does. Silence does. Work does. When results speak, excuses become irrelevant. There will be moments when quitting feels logical, when stopping feels justified, when walking away feels deserved. Those are the moments that define you, not when things are easy, not when results are visible, but when effort feels invisible and progress feels slow. That's when character is forged. That's when winners are separated from everyone else. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not broken. You are simply being asked to rise to a higher standard. And standards are not raised by motivation speeches or good intentions. They are raised by daily actions, by consistent effort, by showing up again and again, especially when no one is clapping. No excuses means doing the work even when it doesn't feel rewarding yet. It means trusting the process before you see the payoff. It means understanding that success compounds quietly and one day it explodes all at once. Most people quit right before that moment. Don't be most people. You owe it to yourself to see what happens when you don't quit. You owe it to yourself to find out who you become when you stop making excuses. You owe it to yourself to experience the pride that comes from knowing you didn't give up on your own potential. Every day you wake up, you are given a choice. Repeat the same patterns or create new results. Protect comfort or pursue growth. Make excuses or make progress. The choice is always yours and the consequences always follow. No excuses is not a slogan. It is a lifestyle. It is a standard. It is a commitment to personal responsibility at the highest level. It is deciding that no matter what happens, you will control your effort, your attitude, and your actions. Keep going, keep pushing, keep showing up, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because the life you want is on the other side of discipline, and discipline begins the moment excuses end. No excuses.